Hi, Doug from unSkript here, and in this video we're going to walk through the start condition parameter of a action. So the start condition parameter allows you to set an expression as to whether this action will actually run or not. So let's give an example here. So I have a AWS action here that's going to give me a list of all my instances. And so I have this set up to get my input region, which I have set up here, and it's set up to US East 1. Now, when I run this for US East 1, I'm going to get that there are no instances. And what if I wanted to alert? Like all of a sudden all of our instances disappeared? Like I want to send an alert. So that's great. I can have this Slack a message and it'll say, and if I run this, in video test it says UEC2 instances in US East 1 are null. Like, oh, we need to fix that, right? The problem is, what if we change the input parameters here, right? So what if we change this to US West 2? We can run this. There's going to be instances, there are instances in US West 2, right? There are a bunch of them. If I send this Slack message, it sends a Slack message that there are a whole bunch of instances. One thing in DevOps and reliability engineering and platform engineering and cloud ops is that we don't want a lot of messages that don't serve any purpose, right? This would just lead to alert fatigue, right? We only want to know when there are no EC2 instances. We don't care that there's a bunch of them in US West 2. So what we can do is, rather than alert every single time we check every single region, we only want to send the alert when the length of this list is 0. So we can do that by going to this start condition in the post Slack message. We want the instance output to be, if we set the length of instant output is equal to 0, then run this, right? So now if I hit run, it's not going to go because the length of this has values in it, right? So it skipped it. We skipped the invocation because, there's something in this list. We don't want to run this. We don't want the alert fatigue. We only want to be alerted when something is abnormal or something we think we need to alert the team about. So let's go back. Let's come back up here. We'll change this back to US East 1. Save. We can rerun this action here. And now it says that there are no instances, and now we can run this thing, and it should send a Slack message because now this list is empty. It now meets the start condition of this criteria of this action, and now it sent a message to Slack. And we can see here that it sends that. So if we run this over and over again, we're just going to get a whole bunch of messages sent to Slack. Whereas if we had it for in my fake testing thing here, if we set this to West 2, we run this, there's a bunch, no more alert fatigue, right? It's skipping this invocation, we don't get alerted. So the start condition is a great way to sort of set a binary, whether you want to run this one or you don't want to run a specific action depending on what's happening in your RunBook. Thanks for watching, and watch this channel for a lot more content and videos on how to best use unSkript for your DevOps automation.